Hey everybody, it's your old buddy, the Dungeon Master here. Just wanted to remind you about our Patreon, which is jumping off right now. We've got so many different things going on there. We've got our brand new extra shows. We've got t-shirts you can get. You can make me say things in the show, which will be hilarious. Hopefully that's on you, really. But you also are going to be able to help us to make more content. If you're not on the Patreon yet, what are you doing? You can get so much for your money. Go on to patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast. The links are all in every episode. Have a click on there, pledge us something, get some fun extra content, and help us build more exciting stuff to give you. Enjoy the show.
Previously on the Danger Club Podcast.
Hey, culty.
One skin, two skin.
Stop that.
There's a kind of magic in that bag.
Is it the handprint itself? Is it some kind of tracking thing?
Fulton gives Beelzebub the note. Please, do this.
We sent the right guy.
You realise it is Henry time.
It looks a little bit like he's been poisoned.
My name is Ludwig van Meethoover.
Whatever we do, we defend the body of Henry Time. They're not getting him. Not on our watch.
The adventure continues now.
All right, so we are rolling team.
Team.
There is no T in team?
That's
There
incorrect.
isn't. Yeah.
Is there an
that's
E?
Correct. Yeah.
Thanks.
An A?
Well done for
Yeah.
rescuing Ross there, because I think he'd have just carried on for the next hour.
Team.
And that's where we leave it for tonight.
You're listening to the Countdown podcast. I like our there are some preambles where we're like, one of us will come straight in with an idea, and there are other ones where none of us really know what to do, so we just wait for Ross to make noises.
We were
He's
talking
an
about.
inspiration to us all.
We were talking about Jurassic World off camera.
We were.
Now we can talk about it on camera.
We'll never recreate that conversation.
We're still not on
It's
camera.
ruined.
Yeah, we are. We're on camera.
It was too much of a good. We were too good. We were too good. In our brain. We had so much of a laugh. You'll never know about it, Dangerlings.
Yeah, so you guys missed out on some amazing content.
Speaking of things that will never recreate the magic, Jurassic World.
It's no Toy Story, that's for sure.
No, I mean, nothing is.
It's not Total Recall
Except
either.
The Toyminator. It just makes everything sound really New York, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the Toyminator. He's come from the future. He's gonna murder ya. Sarah Connor.
I want all movies.
He's an animal, Rock. An animal.
It's not even New York, is it? That's where
That's
Rocky.
the guy from Rocky.
Yeah. Where's that set?
I want to say Chicago.
It's Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, I think.
Philadelphia.
That's such a.
So you know they have like a Rocky bronze statue, right?
When he goes ooh on the steps.
So in Detroit now, they are getting a RoboCop bronze statue
Amazing.
because that's how much they love RoboCop in Detroit.
About time.
It's taken 9 years, I think it is, to do it. I was reading some story about it, and you know, in that time, Detroit went bankrupt. You know, what I mean, they were like, "Oh, we probably shouldn't be building this massive statue," but it was actually, but they had a Kickstarter as well, and they love him, and he's coming soon.
Hold on a second.
I would
How big is this statue? So I've just got to ask, like, the city went bankrupt, and
Yeah.
they were just like, well, I mean, we've got to have the 200-foot statue of RoboCop. I mean, come on, guys. RoboCop.
I think it's like 15 foot or something. It's
Really?
Firstly, we got to find.
Detroit be making statues
Exactly.
of policemen at times like this?
Yeah, definitely not.
They
Just
probably
in general, I would argue that the portrayal of Philadelphia in Rocky is more worthy of celebrating than the portrayal of Detroit in
in the
RoboCop.
future in RoboCop.
Yeah, but I mean, he
What's
was
next?
he
Is
was
that-
part man, part cop,
I've-
all Detroit.
alive, you're coming with me.
I've run up the Rocky steps. So
Have you?
I think we need to firstly ask, has Dan watched RoboCop?
No, I haven't, but I know all the things of RoboCop
fuck.
because you don't need to see old movies.
no, I watched
Again.
RoboCop 3. He said.
They did 3 of them?
Three
The
years.
third one sucks.
I had
sucks.
RoboCop
Bullet
3 on the Mega Drive.
In the third one, he flies. Spoiler.
It's awful.
terrible.
What?
God, it's so bad.
It's not.
It's terrible.
Peter Weller.
Dun,
It's
dun,
not-
dun, 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 dun.
I never understood why RoboCop I don't understand why RoboCop and the Terminator always had to fight. Why was that a thing? Why were they always getting paired up against each other?
When did they fight?
Oh, they had a game. No, I think that was in a game.
Like
RoboCop
every
versus
Mortal
Terminator.
Kombat, it's in all people make videos about it all the time.
'Cause they're robots.
It's in
It's
comics.
because they're cyborgs, aren't they? Essentially.
Yeah,
Iconic
well,
cyborg.
but the thing is, the Terminator is all robot, and RoboCop is half man.
Yes. So
How many-
actually,
Well, no, the
humanity.
Terminator
is-
is man. Like, it's got living flesh over the top.
He's a
of it.
Cyberdyne. Yeah, he's Cyberdyne.
Flesh suit rather than a
Yeah.
soul.
yeah,
He's a
that's good point.
cybernetic alloy.
Terminator is a robot, and RoboCop is a cyborg. That is it, because the Terminators are robots. They haven't got human organs inside of them.
No, all right,
They're CPUs,
okay.
aren't they?
We should build a statue of both of them.
But they have living flesh.
and make them fight.
forever fighting each other. Just more robot.
I watched that scene where he gets absolutely blind. I'm like, how did they manage to make that into a cyborg? The amount of times he got shot, like in RoboCop at the beginning.
Does it hurt? Does it hurt?
Oh,
And they're literally like,
Absolutely horrendous.
it is. It is.
The key difference between RoboCop and the Terminator is that RoboCop, like this podcast, has a heart. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Hey!
See, I started cross-questioning all of your references because you don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah,
really,
man.
do you? How do you know he's got a heart?
Because it's part of cultural knowledge, and I'm like, cool. I don't need to
Right.
sit through 2 hours of story to know this, to know that RoboCop has a heart.
I think there's a more telling societal thing you're hitting on there, Dan. I think in the age of like spoilers and clips and memes and stuff, you can osmosically pick up knowledge about a film or a franchise, having never actually first-hand lived in that franchise.
True.
However,
I'm still
some of the reasons that these films become franchises is because their early films are actually fantastic. Terminator is an amazing film. The first film is a horror film.
I think
more than it is a sci-fi film.
Yeah, and I'd liken it to the difference between a picture of a cup of coffee and actually drinking a cup of coffee. So
Sure, yeah.
you'll know what a cup of coffee is. I can recognise it. I can see what it is, and people have told me what it's like. But you haven't drunk coffee. You haven't had that experience of having that thing. And that's what I think with these films.
RoboCop.
Yeah, but they're great films. RoboCop. A RoboCop.
RoboCop.
do you know what?
Terminator coffee.
Do you know what, Dangerlings? Next time we have a Dangerous Wednesdays and James or Dan refers, or anyone else who's on it, refers to a film, I want somebody in the Discord or in the chat to say film check on Dan. And then just like his leggings check, he can tell you if he's seen that film or not. And then we can establish a list of all the films he needs to watch.
You can't see him right now, but Ross put on a beret to have that chat. Ross has gone from having his characters incite actual revolutions.
I almost
in the game.
started clicking as well.
I don't know where he got that pipe from. I mean, that pipe just seemed to appear, and it was lit.
AK-47.
I really think you underestimate how much of my childhood I spent playing role-playing games. Which you shouldn't, based on where we're at right now.
No, you should. It's good. It's good.
So, speaking of things that you never saw this coming. You did. You were completely prepared for it.
We heard
you
it
could
coming.
not be more prepared for this.
We don't know what they are, though.
but you don't know what it is.
Sewer crabs.
Still holding out for sewer crabs.
Sewer crabs.
Sewer crabs live in sewers, also crabs.
We are definitely going back to the old school.
Yeah.
So Fulton and Bubba are away.
Taking a wee trip.
They popped off to the shops to meet the lovely. What is the shopkeeper's name?
Meat sack.
That's your familiar.
Oh God.
Petrov Meat Sack.
Ludwig
von
Meat
Hoover.
Is it Ludwig van or
Yes,
Ludwig
Van or Von?
very clearly heard Van.
It is Van.
Van.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
he's sort of German Dutch.
Who is the NPC that was supplied by us by
Chris Marsh.
Christmas. My man.
Gotten 2 episodes worth out of this name an NPC.
Chris Marsh?
And if he could do a song as well,
No, he doesn't.
because that's the 500. That's the 500 tier. He's going to pay us.
I was gonna, and then I was like, no, I can't anymore. No, I'm forbidden.
I think you can. I think in game you can make a little song, but if we want to like a produced like song, that we want right in there.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a song of his AKA.
Alakar.
What is it?
It's not spelled AKA, it's spelled ALLA.
a la car. Never before has a boy wanted more. A la car.
I mean, so much copyright infringement. But there we go. I'll make up a song for you.
Chris, thank you for supporting the show and for inspiring the song that will end the show.
Let's see what happens to your NPC.
So you are making your way through the streets towards everyone else. Meanwhile, in the basement, something is coming. So we will start just quickly as the camera pans through the streets of Absalom to Bubba and Fulton and Van Meethoover. Walking around the corner down to the street where the fishmongers and that very silly tavern are. So you're starting to get to the end of it. And then we sweep round to the fishmongers itself, into the basement where the three of you are stood there. And as something is appearing, you've just heard a scuttling coming down the sewer side to where you all are.
Can I hide round?
Suicide?
No.
I'm sorry.
Is that what it's called? That's sick.
The side of the sewer.
The side of the sewer.
Can I hide on my side of the wall?
Okay. So Suicide Squad. To decide, to decide what you are going to do.
Can I stand? I'm going to stand in front of Henry Time so I can protect him.
You can do all of those things right after you roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh, are we doing it or are we coming on the end?
We'll hold for the moment because it's going to take you a little while to get anywhere where you would be involved in
We
this.
just come back, they're all dead.
Just close the hatch. Like,
Yeah. All right.
You could literally go and find Sick Wolf and just start.
Karagor, what you
Danger
got?
Wolf.
23.
23 for Kara. Okay, how about Shania?
19.
Oh, low for Shania.
Yeah, I rolled badly.
Okay, and what about Velder?
14.
Oh,
Yes, not great.
do you know what we should have done? I should have persuaded Ludwig to just take over the fishmongers, and he could have had a free shop. Could have just used that as the bartering.
Because poison and fish go hand in hand.
Yeah,
That's a fine franchise.
There's poisonous fish. Famous poisonous fish.
Yeah, become a
Yes,
poisson
we are.
merchant rather than a poison merchant. It's basically the same. Very cheap to make the new sign. Oh, I can tell you that none of you go first.
Oh, wow. God.
Do we not get a surprise round though? Because it has just.
We prepared for it last game, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we are
prepare.
You did prepare for it last game, so you have got some time, which means you are going to get to act. You know it's coming. You're not surprised by it, so it doesn't automatically go before you. It has to use 2 of its move actions to make its way down the thing. What's its movement like?
How wide
gonna
is the
need a-
passageway?
You shut up, you're not there.
I'm just doing it for
Trying to
you.
butt in. Honestly.
It's several dwarves wide. In fact, it's going to deal 3 of its move actions to get there. So, we're going to go to Karagor One Fang. Creature has not yet appeared.
Okay, but feeling that it's going to, I nod to Velder and Shania, and then I press myself against the wall next to the hole. I'd like to ready some kind of surprise attack as soon as it comes through that hole, please.
Okay, you're ready to attack whatever comes through the hole. That is so it's a move and then a readied action. Shania, you'll go.
Shania is standing in front of Henry Time where we've made him comfortable somewhere, haven't we?
You have, yes. You gave him a pillow of fish.
Okay, fish pillows. So he's lying on his fish pillows. I am standing, between whatever's coming and him.
Okay.
And I've prepared my electric arc.
You've prepared readying an electric arc for anything that comes through the door.
Uh-huh.
And Velder.
Velder would like to prepare a flaming sphere to drop that as soon as, literally on the entrance to the hole, as soon as anything appears, bam, it's going to drop that flaming sphere.
What's the radius of it?
That.
1 5-foot square.
Yes, it's only a single square.
In a range of 30 feet. Any other questions you'd like?
No, I was just saying because
What?
Because he's there, isn't he? He's by the end. He's by the hole.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I did have a little check because it's been a while since I cast this spell, and I don't want to do that.
I've been singed by Velder's radiant sphere before.
I'm sorry, I burnt you with my balls before. It's
It's all right, take it, run it off.
Yeah.
Imagine if this is your last conversation. So Danger Club.
Yeah.
It's the others go. Creeping around the edges of the hole of the brickwork, you see some little red tendrils on all sides of it, just sort of start to spread around the edge of it. They seem to grip at the rock, and then suddenly pulling itself through the gap is the flayed body of a man. So it's a human man with no skin at all, its eyes wide open with no lids, its teeth bared in just a permanent grin at you because it has no lips. It just comes flying through the gap. It is not walking on its hands. Instead, it is held aloft by just tendrils of capillaries that just spread out from its body as they just peel off and just latch onto any surface around it. So it's sort of suspended like it's in a spider's web, and it just whooshes into the room through the gap, hands outstretched for you. However, it then triggers your reactions. So let's see how much damage you can do in your surprise round. Karagor goes first. You make a single attack.
It's a blood vessel bursting 20.
A 20 miss.
Good.
You come swinging in at it, but it moves out the way as it comes through. It then triggers the electric arc. Make a spell attack.
Okay. Is it that? Is that
a spell attack bonus?
Oh, there it is. Right. Thank you. Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
33.
What is that on your dice, Drummond?
It's a natural 20.
Oh, yeah. That is a critical hit. We're going to go grab a spell critical.
Huzzah indeed.
Oh my god. It's always my cool monsters. I burn. The target is blind until the end of your next turn.
Nice.
There's double damage as well. Oh, unbelievable. Yes. Roll your damage, double it. And the creature has its eyes. Well, it can't shut its eyes. So.
Okay, right. So it's 3d4 plus my level, and then double it.
If you single round my terrifying monster that I've been building up for a whole episode.
Okay, so let's say 22.
22 points of damage. Very nice. Okay, that's fine. I can handle that.
Is that with the cantrip electric arc?
It is, yes.
Cantrips are automatically heightened to half your level, so the damage goes up with your cantrips as you level up. So check that. Check your heightened versions.
Yeah.
It's not bad, is it?
Cantrips are always useful. So it comes through the door, it dodges Karagor, and then just gets hit with lightning in the face that just burns away at its eyes. And you can see it just staring because it can't close its eyes because it has no lids, so the lightning just hits it straight in the eyes. And it thrashes around wildly, at which point a flaming sphere comes flying out at it. Tell us about flaming sphere. Is it a reflex save to avoid?
It is a reflex save to avoid full damage. Would it take a minus to that because it's blind?
It will. I don't believe it does. Not to reflex saves, no. Ross, in fact, in condition corner, if you can grab us the blinded condition while we roll his reflex save, I'm pretty sure. So that is a 29 on the reflex save.
Yes, I mean that will.
Okay, so it takes half damage. So roll some damage for us.
I presume it's the spell DC that you're running against.
It is the spell DC. Yes. Got good reflex.
So that is 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
But you halve that. Unless I don't think the blinded. I don't think it'll drop enough to make a difference. But just to satiate our curiosity, maybe about the blinded conditions.
It takes 5 points of damage. You fling the fireball at it, and it just kind of rises up above it as it hits. So it gets singed by it, but not terribly badly. That was one of its actions. It now has 2 actions left. Give us the blinded conditions so we know what it can do.
Treat all non-terrain as difficult terrain. You critically fail perception checks that require you to be able to see, and you take a -4 status penalty to perception checks. You are immune to visual effects. -4 perception. All normal terrain is difficult in a blinded condition.
And I would imagine it also makes everybody concealed to you. So,
I mean, it doesn't say that, Dan. So unfortunately, I can't take that.
no, it can just.
Yeah, no, this is what Condition Corner is.
Thanks, Ross. That was just an extra 2 AC we just lost there. Cheers, mate.
Oh,
Thanks,
no, that is what you want.
All right, so it's going to. I'm going to double check this because if it's blind, I don't know how it can make it. That sounds like it can still attack.
With no penalties, apparently.
It does.
According to Condition Corner.
Yeah, Condition Corner.
It doesn't sound right.
Otherwise known as the sabotage space.
You can't detect anything using vision. So
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said, Dan.
I mean, that's not really what you said, was it?
Well, you're not in Condition Corner, so...
I'm not even sure you're in Condition Corner.
I'm in a condition.
Corner's in
Just
terrible condition.
He's suffering from the blinded condition himself whilst in Condition Corner.
James isn't
my
in the Condition
goodness.
Corner. He's in the salty side.
I am. I'm in the salty berth. I meant birth as in B-E-R-T.
It's too late. It's already.
It's already in
late.
people's minds. It's in your mind.
let's see.
Stop saying Total Recall.
Oh yeah, that's right.
references.
Because I don't want to exclude anyone in the group who won't get that reference.
Yeah, that'll
that
spoil it for me
famous
when
reference.
I definitely watch that movie. Right.
Open your mind.
So it means you are all undetected to it, which means it needs to guess at what square you are in. It can only make melee attacks. It needs to guess, and then it needs to make a DC 11 flat check. If it fails that, the attack automatically fails. So good. That has spoiled its plan a little bit, but it's nonetheless going to attempt to hit Karagor because Karagor was standing right next to it before it got hit. So it's got an idea of where he is. They are close to each other. It reaches out a hand, goes for its flat check. Needs an 11 or higher. That's a 7. It reaches out and just reaches in completely the wrong place and does
Just
not.
go, oh, you don't see me.
Nice.
And so instead, it is just going to make a stride action, and it just moves further into the room. So it makes moves forward 2 feet. Do you have attack of opportunity, Karagor?
Like, I'd love to say yes. It's not something that's come up on my sheet so far. I don't know if that happens at a certain if everyone just gets it at a certain level, or if it's only martial classes that get
It's
it.
pretty much only fighters. I think rangers may get it at a certain level. It might be an option that you can choose, but
It's not on my sheet
Not
just yet.
just yet.
Let's go with sheet as written.
nothing just yet. I made a fighter who was attack of opportunity build, like all built around it when we did the PaizoCon games or the Gen Con games, and it's so much fun. You just hit all the time. It's great, but not this time. The creature, the capillaries stretch out from it and just grip the ceiling and the walls around it, and it pulls itself fully through the hole and just comes staggering forward, like even weirder because now its eyes are just kind of rolling back and it's not focused on anything, and it's just hanging in the air as it pulls itself towards where Velder and Shania are standing in between of Henry time. That is its go. Karagor, it's your go.
Cool. It moved past me by how much?
It moved past you by 10 feet. So a step action will bring you back within striking distance of it.
But if I switched to the Ransure, then I could have 2 attack actions, couldn't I?
You could, yes.
But I would still be dropped down to 1 because I still intend to hunt prey on it. So I'm going to try. I'm going to hunt that prey.
You hunt that prey. Go ahead and give me. It's going to be a religion check to know about.
Do we do a little song now? We do hunt prey.
Do we?
I think we have.
Hunt that prey, hunt that prey, hunt that prey.
Hunt that prey.
We don't have to. I just
lawsuit.
If you like it, then you should have just stabbed it. And I got only 6 on my religion check. I'm not
You
godly.
don't know what this thing is.
Imagine we did the whole show.
It's all a bit now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I still get some damage bonus anyway if I hit it. And let's find out if I do. Changing weapons in combat. It's Pathfinder. It's going to be really penalty-based if I do that. I'm just going to stick with the thing and move. So I only get one attack then, won't I?
Yes.
Come here, you bloody sack of menace. Why did I smack talk?
Oh, no.
It's a 13.
A 13 ain't going to do any good. You lash out at it, but one of the capillaries just reaches out from nowhere and wraps around your wrist and pushes the blow away.
I stepped into that capillary wrist because I stepped on a halibut and just go, oh, bloody hell! Velder!
What's coming to me?
You put that bloody halibut there and he sent me right into the bloody sack monster.
Oh.
That's right. I'm blaming my bad rolls on you. Okay, roleplay wise.
Velder was confused. Doesn't remember that particular halibut. The other one, sure. But where did that halibut come from?
Looking over his halibut inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They didn't even have halibut upstairs.
Shania Rain. This creature is up in your grill now.
Well, I'm going to disrupt it in that case by using Disrupt Undead.
Oh, very nice.
You need to make a fortitude save, I think.
All right, it's going to try and make a fortitude save. That is going to be a 29 fortitude save.
That's against my spell DC,
Get your
right?
spell DC.
So what did you say?
29.
You said 29?
I said 29.
Are you sure about
I said
that?
20. Please tell me you're checking your
100%.
sheet, because last time we did this, we were just doing a bit.
No, I've only got 23.
Oh, half damage. Go ahead.
Half damage. Oh, well, this is going to be rubbish then, isn't it? I thought Disrupt Undead was going to be way better than this. It's not. It's 1d6. And I got a 4, which means you got to take 2 points of damage.
However, it does take a bit of extra damage because it's weak against positive energy. So it does a bit more damage than you would expect from that. Not
Okay,
loads.
It's just disruptive behaviour. You just go into its office and move all its papers. Like, do you open the door when
See
he's
this
trying to shut
paperweight?
it?
I've moved it,
Yeah.
and it's a windy
Do
day.
you talk during class? Like,
You got, I think, 2 actions left.
Great. Oh, yes. All right. Amazing. So I'm also going to slap it with a flaming spear, I guess.
thought you were going to say halibut. I thought you were going to fight the fish thing.
Right.
I'm tempted.
I may as well use my flaming spear then.
We're
yeah.
going double
Go on.
flaming spheres again. You drop a flaming sphere on it. It attempts a reflex save for half damage. It crushes that save. That is a 30.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously, it's going to be half damage. So let's throw the d6 3 times. Okay. Okay, 8. Oh. So it was 9. So I guess is that
Becomes 4.
4. Okay.
Okay.
So not great.
Drop the flaming sphere on it. There are a couple of flaming spheres flying around now, at least. We're going to go to Velder Campbite.
So Velder would like to use one of his actions to maintain the ball and move it to the square that it's on.
Okay,
So a reflex
It goes
save.
from here to make another reflex save. Natural 20.
Okay.
Is there a critical success condition to it? Is it a basic save?
It's just a basic save.
Basic save, so it's a critical success, which means it takes takes no damage.
Okay. And whilst that's going on, he'd like to reach down and touch Mr. Time with invisibility.
Nice.
So he is now
Very good,
undetectable and invisible.
Put a hand on him, disappears, vanishes. As that happens, Fulton and Bubba, you reach the end of the street, and looking down the street, you can see the door of the fishmonger's is now closed. What would you like to do?
Bubba,
Yeah.
Bubba, the door's closed. Did you shut the door?
Nah, they probably came up and chatted though, didn't they? Don't worry about it.
All right.
Should we go and get the coffee before we go in?
No, there's
we
no
could do.
time. There's no time.
Oh, no, probably not actually. I was up for it, but yeah, it's all right.
Afterwards we can,
Yeah.
And we can learn about all of your backstory and your life.
Do you know what? It's weird because like my middle name is Von and yours is Van.
Well, it's not that weird.
No, I guess it ain't. I'm just trying to make a connection.
Whereabouts are you from?
I told you I'm from Absalom.
Oh, that's
Absalom.
right, yeah.
I can't believe I thought we were becoming friends.
Well, it was more of a thing with me and Bubba, actually.
Oh, I thought I was included in that.
No.
You were included in the moment, I guess, because you were there. But I don't know if you. I mean, it's taken us a long time to get to this place. It's probably going to take you a long time to get to our place.
Oh, I imagine I'll be around for a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Okay, I open the door with my. I'm not going to draw my weapon actually because I just assume there's nothing wrong.
Just before we go through the door, any children or anything you want to tell us about, or like loved ones that might miss you if you know?
Oh well, I haven't told you about my. And you open the door. There are two men holding knives standing in the door who look around at you. Both of them are wearing fishmongers' aprons. They're standing around. The bodies of the other two fishmongers are still lying mulched in the floor. They're standing by the trapdoor, and they've pulled the counter of the fishmonger shop on top of the trapdoor. As they see you, they spin around with knives in hand. I'd like both of you to roll for initiative. You'll go on the end of the initiative order, but
I mean, come on, what? What if I was just a random guy that was just wanted some fish, and then they just open the door and then they want to stab me?
I think you're underestimating the Whispering Way and their careful.
They're not actually fishmongers, Ross. We established this 3 episodes ago.
No, I'm just saying.
You can't. Fulton's really persuasively going in. No, I want some cod right now.
No, I'm just saying. What if someone else opened the door? Would they have just killed them as well?
Yeah, probably
yeah.
Oh well,
feeling that's the thing. Yeah.
Who cares about someone? It's either that or Oscar.
Really rude. Yes, they're the bad guy.
I am giving you 2 stars, fishmonger, on TripAdvisor. This is just very rude.
It's that sort of thing Rory Bavori would say, isn't it? No, just killing people is very rude, actually. You shouldn't just kill them.
You think you know a bunch of man flayers, and suddenly... Yeah. Right, what we got?
14.
14 for Bubba, and for
It's your perception. It's your perception.
It's perception, yeah.
I don't know why I'm asking that. It's been years. 17.
Fulton goes first, then Bubs, and then these poor little guys. Oh dear. I don't know why I'm even putting them on the initiative order, knowing how Fulton is. Fulton, you open the door. You have no axe in your hand, but you have 3 actions. How many of those would you like to spend criticising their fishmonger's operation?
I go, oh, really? Okay. I pull my axe out. Okay, so that's one action. Can I say something as not an action, but just
speaking
quick?
is free.
I'm just going to say to the guy, get behind us and don't come in the room until we tell you to.
All right.
And then I'm going to rush in, and are they next to each other?
They are, yes.
I'm going to use my last 2 actions. Oh, it's fucking move as an action, isn't it? Balls. I'll just... I'm going to... Yeah, I'll attack the closest one.
Okay, you run into the room. You swing your axe at the nearest one.
That is a... What it is? 21.
21's a hit.
Oh no, it was actually 23.
23 is also a hit.
Is an odd.
Not a crit.
Why not?
Because he doesn't have AC 20. He doesn't have AC 13.
He's just a fishmonger. He's just a fishmonger.
Oh my god.
We've just established he's not just a fishmonger.
He's just a fishmonger.
Just a fishmonger. Trying to raise a whispering tide.
Maximum damage on me. So that is 16.
16 points of damage.
16 points of damage.
Oh my god, you run in, just heft your axe into him, and he just goes, whoa, and just staggers backwards, barely standing, just trying to just keep his guts in from the huge wound in his chest.
So that is just a fishmonger.
Well, I was just delivering some fish.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Tremendous. Bubba Von Hoops.
Just going to throw some magic missiles at these guys.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to go... All right.
How are you spreading them out? You got 2 fishmongers and I believe 3 missiles.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the one that hasn't been hit.
Yep.
1, and then 1 to the one that has been hit, and then 1 back to the first one.
You got it. Roll some damage.
So 1d...
No, you should do 2 at the one that hasn't been hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, I thought you were.
But I'm doing it like that. Bam, bam, bam. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that does change
right
it, yeah.
there.
If you go wham, bam, bam.
Right, so the first hit, is a 5.
5 points of damage. Okay.
Then it's a 2 on the one that's been hit.
Okay.
And then 4 points of damage on the first one again.
Okay, cool. So you burst in behind Fulton, just bang, 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 shooting off your magic missiles. You hit both of them and they both sort of stagger. They are the one who got axed and missiled because you rolled low on that one is still just about alive. He wishes he wasn't, to be honest. It would be a mercy right now, but he is alive, as is his friend, which means that they are both going to get a go. Okay. So the badly injured one is the first one to go. He goes into a fanatical frenzy, uses one action to go into a crazed frenzy, and he lunges at Fulton with his knife, determined to knife Fulton right up. He gets a +1 to hit because he's in a frenzy. So that means that natural one is a fumble.
Hey. I mean, he is nearly dead.
No. This guy definitely reads the Daily Mail, doesn't he? Fanatical frenzy.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I know we're not going to pass cards around, but Drummond, would you like to read the very top thing on that?
I'd
just
love
took the card
to,
from me.
Better to give. You hit yourself instead of the target.
Yes. It's all right. Everyone hand sanitized before and after the card was passed.
So he hits himself with his own dagger, dealing 1d4 +4 plus an additional 2 because he's in a frenzy. And kills himself.
How does he kill himself? Can you?
He fanatically, I think.
Yeah. In a mad frenzy, he just lunges at you with his knife, stretched out for you, bounces off your armor, bounces back, and the knife just goes straight into his chest. And he just kind of looks down at it, looks at you, and then just sort of gurgles, and then just drops to the floor.
Now look what you did.
Fulton and the clumsy fishmongers.
We'll just cross
children's book.
That fishmonger off. At this point, you've got no way of knowing whether they actually were fishmongers or not, because they've been as effective.
They could just have knives in their hands. They're just doing some stuff.
Turned around.
The other one goes into a frenzied rage. He is going to do a lot better. He goes after Fulton. That's a little better. I don't think it will hit. That is a 25.
That is a hit. My armor class 23.
Oh, he gets you, plunges a dagger into you, dealing 3, 4, 5, 9 points of damage as you get stabbed by him, and he's just going to attack again. He's got the -5, but he doesn't care. Ooh, 19 on the die.
No.
But
oh, sorry, yeah, on the die.
No.
Anything more than 23 or above is going to...
It's a 22.
Oh.
So close. So close, but he can't get you. He stabs once, stabs again, but it does. But you've moved, it hits the armor. He doesn't get through. Meat Hoover kind of pokes his head around the corner. It's like, oh, you said it wasn't dangerous.
I didn't know there'd be fanatical shoemakers in here.
He spends the rest of his go looking for shoes and finds none. Meanwhile, down in the basement, it is the creature's go, and the creature, I can tell you, can now see. So as it looks around, its eyes kind of don't blink, but kind of roll back around and start looking around the room, and it's going to come up with some fun things to do. The first thing that it does is that it makes an attack against Velder. It is going to try and strike Velder. That is a lot. That is a 35.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a critical?
What is a critical?
Critical is 10 over your armor class.
Yes, then that's a critical.
Okay, it strikes you with the hand right on your chest. It deals no damage, but when it pulls its hand away, there is a bloody handprint right on your chest, on you, sitting there. Very clear.
Is the thing using actual fleshy hands, or is it hands made up of capillaries?
No, it is. It has hand. Yeah, it is its hands.
Right.
So the capillaries hold it up, and it's kind of hanging there, a bit Venom or Carnage-like, isn't it? It's kind of hanging, it's suspended there, but then it's lashing out at you with its own hands.
Okay.
That's why it's only got a 5-foot reach, even though it's got all of its tendrils.
But the hands have no skin on. They're just like skeletal, with whatever muscles.
They're just muscle and
sinew.
Okay, I'll show you the picture afterwards. It's gross. So it leaves a bloody handprint on you, and then it tries to strike you again. It's got a -5 to this one. That's another 18 on the die. Thank you very much, Bad Moon. That is going to be a 31.
Yeah, still a crit.
Still a crit. Oh, well, this one is for damage.
10 over my armor class, yeah.
10 over your armor class is that. So you've got the bloody handprint. Now it strikes you, dealing some damage. Dealing 2, 7, 8. Dealing 15 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are grabbed. It just, having put the bloody handprint on you with one hand, it then smashes the other hand into you and just grabs you and pulls you close to it. And then for its final action...
excuse me.
Yes?
Don't you want to know the condition grabbed?
I apologise. Condition corner, please tell us what grabbed
We need a little
for
sting for condition corner, don't we? We needed like a... or some a bit of music.
Condition corner. You're held in place by another creature, making you flat-footed and immobilised. If you attempt to manipulate action while grabbed, you must succeed a DC 5 flat check, or it is lost. So you're -8, you're -2 on your AC flat-footed, and you can't move. And you have a DC 5 flat check to use manipulate actions,
which includes any spell with a that's not just a verbal component. So any spell that's more than one action has the manipulate trait. It uses its final action. It pulls Velder in close to it, opens its mouth, and then just vomits blood all over Velder's face, roaring as it does so. It just... I would like a fortitude save from Velder, please.
Jesus, you are getting
horrid vision.
You are getting your shit kicked out of you.
There's a natural 20 at least on my fortitude save.
A critical success. You managed to shut your mouth and resist it. You are not sickened by it, so you managed to resist that.
It's like 28 days later, isn't it?
Yeah. It is so horrible. But it is also outnumbered, and it is out of actions. Karagor One Fang, it's your go.
Put that bloody wizard down! And I'm going to stab it the F up, please.
All right, go for it.
Aren't I dice? Well, the first one. Because I get 2 attacks. Oh no, I don't, do I? I get 1 attack per action. Cool, well the first one was 16.
16 won't do any good, even though
it
it is flanked, because it moved past you to attack Velder, so you have it flanked at least, but even with a -2 to its AC, that's not enough.
Cool, well then let's see what I get on the second roll. What you got to say about that? 21.
21, close, but not enough.
Cool. I use my third action to just think about my life.
It does not put the wizard down. Do you want to throw for that natural 20 or try anything else?
Nope.
All right, you swing away at it, but you're still not able to get a hit on it. It's just
After
moving
I miss
around
3 times, I just go, please.
No, please.
Imagine if Beelzebub came back and saved everyone. Shania Rain.
All right. So Shania obviously keeps the flaming sphere going. That's one action, right?
Yes, it is, and you move the flaming sphere
and
back.
I move it.
Okay.
To burn.
It attempts a reflex save. Oh, that is not as good. It is a 24 against your spell DC.
It's 23.
Oh, he just gets it. So half damage. Roll some fire.
Okay, all right. So a little bit of fire for you.
A little bit of fire.
8.
8 halved down to 4. Okay. All right.
And I've got another action, right?
You've got 2 more actions.
Got 2 more actions. Okay, great. So the arm that is holding Velder.
Okay.
I'd like to slash at it with my
With the scythe, make an attack roll.
Okay. And is it flanked? Yes.
It is flanked. Yes. So don't worry about that. That's a penalty to its AC.
Okay.
But it's your first attack, so there's no penalty to this.
Okay.
Sustaining a spell isn't an attack.
Okay. Right.
Come on, scythe.
So
you can do it.
Scythe it up. Here we go.
Side it up.
All right. That is a 24.
A 24 is a hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You slash it with the scythe. Roll me some scythe damage.
I'm aiming right for the arm. Yeah, I want to try and slice that arm off so it releases Velder. That's the plan.
Okay.
Okay. I will use. Sorry, I need to throw my damage, don't I? D10. Where's it? That's one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So. Okay, so that is 8 points of damage, I believe.
8 points of damage, very nice. And it's going to take a bit more because it is weak against slashing weapons. So
fantastic.
Gaining, didn't get your recall knowledge, but you're finding it all out as you go. So it takes 13 points of damage. That is much better. Okay, you slash across the wrist with the scythe, and it roars out as it keeps banging. It keeps the grip, but it is loosened. But like blood just sprays out from the wrist where you slashed it.
And I shout at it and say, "Gavron, this is you, Gavron. If this is you, then it's time to get off, Gavron." Something like that.
Oh, that'll tell it.
It really won't.
Okay, do you want to do anything with your action other than shout at it? With your last
I've got another.
You got one more action.
Christ almighty.
You don't have to move to get into combat with it.
No, because it moved right up to... Because the two of them were standing side by side, and it moved to be in melee with the two of them.
All right.
I guess what I could do, which only takes one action, is cast guidance on Velder. So he's got a +1 to whatever he does next.
Okay.
Yep.
You very boldly cast guidance on Velder, and it doesn't have attack of opportunity. That would have been fun. So Velder has a +1 to his next dice roll, which is good because it is Velder's go.
It is. Well, I'd like to move my ball.
You move
fire onto
your
it.
ball. That is not... I don't think that's manipulate, so it just moves it onto it. It goes for its reflex save. Its reflex is just crazy good. What is the DC on it?
My spell DC is only 20. I'm not sure that's still right.
20. That does not sound right. It sounds like it should be quite a bit higher than that. Have a look. What's the what makes up the spell DC?
That is my key ability modifier, which is 4.
Yep.
My proficiency bonus, and I'm only trained, apparently.
Your proficiency bonus. That makes could be for that one.
Yeah.
And then and +10, of course.
Yes, so +10. So it's 20 at the moment because my proficiency is 6. My key ability modifier is 4 +10.
That sounds about okay.
And I'm only trained.
All right then. So I keep forgetting you guys are only level 5.
Only level 5.
Just level 5.
Only level
Is there
5.
a level up we missed?
No, it's not quite. But there is.
It's there.
I'm just trying to do the maths on whether your proficiency bonus is 6 when you're level 5. I feel it should be 7.
I love it when your DM says, "Oh, I forgot that you're actually level 5."
Yeah.
All these monsters are like really
counter.
I should have probably given you some more hit points.
Well, even in that case, it'd be 21. So
21. Okay, so it is a save. It's not a critical save. Not a critical success. So it's going to be half damage. Give me some damage.
Okay.
Slowly whittling it down with this fire.
That's 9 points of damage, so it's rounded down to 4.
Okay.
And I would like to, first of all, try... Would it be acrobatics now? Because it's not actually a sort of escape artist check.
What are you to try and escape? It is you make an unarmed attack against its athletics DC. So it is your proficiency bonus plus your plus either your strength or dex modifier, whichever is higher.
What? So my dex is +2. And would it be my athletics proficiency?
No, it's whatever you're proficient. You're trained in unarmed attacks, aren't you? You wouldn't be. Everyone is trained in unarmed attacks. You certainly won't have anything else. So it's whatever your proficiency bonus is, which I believe is 2 plus your level. I think for trained, it says it right at the top there on your sheet.
Yes. It is 2 plus my trained.
2 plus your level. So yeah. So then that will be 7. So 7 plus your plus whatever is higher of your strength or dex mod. If your dex mod, it's 2.
Dex.
So that's 9. So d20 plus 9, and you are trying to beat its athletics DC.
That's going to be real good. I'm sure
it is going to be quite a difficult roll.
Yes,
but
I might as well try it because
don't forget that extra 1.
You've got a plus 1 as well.
Extra 1.
There you go.
Let's see if the extra 1 is going to deal me any good. That's on the crack. On the crack,
literally cracked die.
This table is made of cracks.
Well, if Ross would stop breaking all of our dice trays.
Okay, so that is a 19 on the dice. So
ooh, okay.
Plus 1, that's a dirty 20 plus whatever you said.
Okay, 9. Plus 9, so 29. 29 is a success.
Yeah.
The slash across the wrist, the guidance, and then a sudden blow and a twist from you. You managed to get free of its grasp.
Very good, thank you, Shania. And scuttling back, sort of just, as a natural movement, like he's sort of like from the force, he'd like to cast Shield.
Okay, so are you going to spend an action to move out of melee with it, or are you going to stay totally?
Can I move out of melee? How big's this room?
There is space for you to move sort of 10 feet away from it. It's not a huge room, but you would get out of its reach at least.
He just sort of stagger back almost without thinking, just away from the sort of thing, but still facing.
So you escape, you back up to the wall, and you cast Shield.
I don't think I can because that's a movement that I did there. So I did.
So it's shield or move. So escaping is an action.
I just did a move.
So you just do the move. You stagger back away from the creature, back down to near the trapdoor.
He gasps as he walks past. Hey, Shania! And swiping.
Got your back, fam.
Fulton Battlestone.
I am going to kill the guy.
You might not.
Come on.
I think I will.
Nah, I don't think so. I feel lucky.
I don't know about
Do you feel lucky?
Let's ask Prediction Corner. Colin?
Oh, no, I might not. Not with that roll.
Prediction Corner.
That's 17.
17's a hit.
Yay!
Damn it.
Kill him. Kill him.
14 points of damaggio.
Can't believe you killed him while scatting. All right, you slam the axe into him while doing your bebop bebop, and he just flies across the room. He goes, "You'll never stop the whispering," and splatters against the wall.
Is there anyone left?
No, they are both dead. You have 2 actions left.
I say I pull von Ludwig into the Van Ludwig. Ludwig Van. Meat Hoover into the shop. I lock the door from the inside and I say, "Look, stay up here underneath these fishes," and I tip some fish on him.
You bury him in fish.
Just
it's safer for me to stay outside.
Just make sure you can breathe, okay? I hand hand him a little straw if there's a straw nearby.
Hand him a straw. I thought they banned these.
If there's a straw in a fishmonger's,
What sort of fishmongers has a straw in it? What do they make
There was just one in the crab. It was in the crab's mouth. You know what I mean? Don't throw straws in the bin. Recycle them or use cardboard ones. Dangerlings, all right?
I thought you meant like the fish had been having a bubble tea when it got caught and it like pulled the straw out. It was like, oh no.
And then I open the trapdoor. How many actions have I got? So that's like what?
Wow, just keep
Like 7.
keep going, mate.
Bury him in fish.
No, I'll tell him to just to sit there, and then I'll go to the trapdoor, open it, so I can go back down.
All right, give me a strength check to try and lift the counter off the trapdoor.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is when you try to move the counter off the trapdoor. That's a good one.
All these songs are resulting, Dangerlings, from Ross not really having a handle on his
20.
character sheet and having to sing to cover up him looking up stuff.
20.
20.
Yeah, that's what you do.
You get your fingers underneath the counter and you heave it over the way on top of Van Meethoover.
He's dead.
He's staying. He hasn't had a go yet, so he hasn't had a chance to get under his nest of fish that you have prepared for him. You heft it out of the way, revealing the trapdoor. That's probably a go because you've got to move to it. So that's all. Bubba Von Hoop. You run into the room. The guys are dead. The trapdoor has been exposed. What would you like to do?
I'd like to go down the trapdoor.
So you run to the trapdoor, one action. You open the trapdoor for another action.
Oh, was it not being opened?
No, it was closed. He's moved the counter off the way, but you open the trapdoor. So now you can see down and you see this scene of carnage. Velder is just below you, just staggering back from this horrific creature in the middle of the room.
Okay, well, from where I am, I'm going to cast Forbidding Ward on Velder.
Great spell.
So to stop that dude from attacking Velder.
Just for the Dangerlings, what does Forbidding Ward do?
Forbidding Ward, it protects an ally against one specific enemy.
Ooh, very nice. So that will give them a bonus to AC against that creature, I believe.
That's correct.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I love that. I use that loads with my cleric. I love that
It's
stuff.
a nice little cantrip, isn't it? Yeah,
isn't it?
can you believe it?
So you put a forbidding word, you put a spell of protection around Velder.
And then I'll cast as well. Oh my goodness, what's that thing? Inspire Courage, because I've got one action left.
It will be good, but you moved to the cat thing, you opened it, and then you cast your Forbidden Ward, so I'm afraid you don't have any actions left, so that song will have to wait. Van Meethoover comes in, climbs under some fish. You know, a little while ago I was talking about how I couldn't wait till we get back into regular episodes where we can have combats that just last as long as they need to last, because this one is going to another episode. That is where we leave it for tonight. Check back next week to fight this creature. This week's episode was made possible by our fantastic patrons, specifically our Dangerling of the Week, Stephanie Muniz. Thank you so much, Steph. If you want to get your name on the show, go to patreon.com/dangerclubpodcast for loads of rewards. Thank you so much again, all of you, for making this possible. See you next week. Get some fun, extra content, and help us build more exciting stuff to give you. Enjoy the show.
It was the chair.